Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to a very exciting episode, my episode on Talking Heads on the wonderful expanding USA Global TV and Radio. And by means of expanding, it is ever evolving and growing to a rapid rate. So I'm super excited to bring today's conversation topic, being at one with yourself. And I want to say thank you to the CEO, founder, and the captain of the mothership, USA Global TV and Radio, that is Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Let's get on with today's topic, being at one with yourself. Being at one with yourself is when you literally, all your decisions in your life, in every event, in every situation, with every person, everything is decided upon you going into your inner world, listening to your intuition, listening to the higher consciousness, your inner knowing. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Okay, my name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and I've been a singer-songwriter, awarded singer-songwriter, and I've been in the business for a good 3 decades. At the same time, I lived in Malta, and I was a teacher where I taught people how to sing and how to become more confident with their voice and performance as well. And through being on Malta, I decided that it would be nice for me to get into writing. So I started to begin to write a story, a children's story about Star Child who comes to Earth and starts to save the Earth by connecting with some awakened human beings and working with her beings, a race of beings from her family. So what I'm saying is that during that time, during this, I was doing a lot of drinking. I was doing a lot of destructive patterns. I came from a background of abandonment, sexually assaulted, raped, gang raped. There's been so much betrayal, so much hurt and pain, and losing a child, a baby as well, a stillbirth. And then suddenly, it's almost like I had a voice that said to me, it's like my inner knowing said, it's time to take time out, Maddie. Well, they called me Little One, actually. Little One, it's time to take time out. I said, what do you mean time out? And they said, we'll show you. Next minute, I find myself going to Gozo, which is the sister island to Malta, meeting a lovely man at the time. And he said, I think it would be good for you to change your life completely. And I am willing to give you that opportunity, give you the space to come away from all that craziness of the industry that you're in, all that craziness of all the drinking and the whole drinking with association, and come away from it all and come and live with me on Gozo. Well, you know what I would said. I said, oh, yeah, right. Okay, whatever. Yeah, right. And I kept drinking and I kept drinking. And then I started not getting well. And then I remembered what he said. So I rang him up and I said, is it still open, this offer? And he goes, Well, it is, but now, of course, you've got to be, when you come over, you've really got to make that commitment and not say you're going to come over and don't. Because I used to do a lot of agreeing to go somewhere, and in the end kind of just go, oh, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. So at the last minute, I would just say, no, I'm not going, having the mobile. So that poor excuse of just at the last minute, what they say, chickening out or something. Anyway, I went over to Gozo, and then I began to work on myself. He said to me, I'm going to give you the space now. I'm going to pay for the place. You can still continue doing part-time or something, or little hours, or all you want. I said, and all I want you to do is focus on studying and a little bit of teaching here and there, but no full responsibilities on maintaining rent. So during that time, that's when I began to wake up. That's when I started to find who I was. I had no distractions. I came away from the business, and all I surrounded myself is just, he was now my ex-husband, but just him, I won't name him, and myself. And it was a journey. So in the morning, I would read my Ascended Master's spiritual book, and I would do some research on it. Then I would write down everything that my feelings from what I wrote, what I read and what I saw. And then I'd go out for a walk, and then I'd feel more connected with nature, more connected to the sea, the beaches, more connected to the temples. It's almost as if my life was in a different timeline to everybody else's on the island. It's almost, I had this breathing. I was able just to breathe and get to know who I was. And I got to know my strengths. I got to know what I love. I didn't do so much creativity at the time. It was spirituality. The application of spirituality to applying on a normal day-to-day basis. However, I didn't have so many energies of different people around me. So I was able to have a clean plate, a clean surface. And I had no worries about having to bring in rent or anything like this. It was like a holiday. It's like the universe brought this beautiful person into my life in order for me to wake up, to become everything of the highest possible version that I can be. And I had no distractions. Of course, my inner ego was going, oh, I really want to go out. I really want to do this, really want to do this, really want to do this. But I had to be strict with myself. I had to have structure, spiritual structure. I found myself meditating 3 times a day. I found myself studying about the Ascended Masters and the angels and about the higher consciousness. I found myself studying about other people's stories. And at the same time, I was able to also enjoy the island because myself and my ex-husband, we went out. So we went out to festivals and we went out to the beach once a week. So that was good. But what I'm trying to say is that being at one with yourself, from then, it was decided that I started to grow and evolve, and my ex-husband was growing and evolving in a different way. So it's almost I was growing, but not growing with him anymore. It's almost like I grew and it was time to close the chapter. So we closed the chapter. And then I was able to grow, really grow, because I was so codependent. So I had to learn to be independent. I honestly, at the time when I was with my ex-husband, it's almost, I don't know if you've seen the Eddie Murphy film when he goes, when he's marrying this woman that's arranged marriage, coming to America. And he goes, so what do you like? Not what I like, but what do you like? And she goes, oh, whatever you like. That's exactly what I was like. Honestly, I really was. I was like that with my ex-husband. What do you want for dinner? Oh, whatever you want for dinner. What would you like to do? Oh, whatever you want to do. And all my decisions prior to that was made in the outside reality, but not of my own choice. I would ask other people's opinions and then I go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll follow that. I never really used my brain, my own inner intuition. The only intuition I used was when I was singing, because I'm a singer. And when I was writing songs, writing lyrics, it came from my creative heart. But decision making was upon everyone else's decision, not because they forced themselves to make a decision for me, because I invited them in and I said, so what do you think of this? And because they thought this, I thought, oh, they know better. Okay, I will follow that. And sometimes it didn't go well at all. But it's not about blame. And I didn't blame. I never blamed. Never, ever. Never done this. So being at one with yourself is about looking at every area of your life. Now that I'm learning to be independent, and even though I've woken up, I was saying to God, the Father, Mother, the universe, I was saying, how come people are not waking up? What's going on? I woke up. What's this? It doesn't, it's not making sense. You have to show me. Please show me. So then what happens? You ask for this and the opportunity, the door opens in order for you to experience this. So an opportunity came along for me to go work in a service in the food and eating industry. And I'm still in it and I enjoy it, actually. I really do. I meet all different people. It's wonderful, from all different walks of life. But one thing what made me realize is that I've been doing a lot of hours and I realized, how can one be at one with themselves when they're constantly working, constantly having different people, different energy, not only energies from their colleagues, but their energies from the customers that come in. And it made me realize I was really blessed, even though I had a really very difficult life, very difficult. Some people said to me, I don't know how you survived it all, but you do, because there's an inner hero within you that carries you through it, which is your strength, your inner strength. And it made me, it gave me the answer. How on earth is it possible for someone who's getting up early, working in the service industry, food industry or drinks industry or any kind of industry where it's customer relations, and all they're doing is working, and by the time they've finished work, they're going, I'm so tired, I just need to have a drink, go to the pub, go see my friends, or just switch on Netflix and just zone out. So where is the time for meditation. And it made me realize the universe answered me. They gave me the experience. So it's okay for someone to say, hey, just wake up, just feel the love vibration. We are all peace. We're all this and this and this. Hello. What about the rest of the world? What about the people that are working day to day, full hours? How can they connect being at one with themselves? When after working, doing all this, all they want to do is escape and do something that they enjoy for fun. Not go in and go and meditate. So what I'm trying to say is, what we have to do is try to have a balance and try to have those 5 minutes or 2 minutes when you're at work. Make an excuse. Have those, for example, people have cigarette breaks and they have 5 minutes to take a cigarette break. And it's legal because they have to do that. Well, people in the workplace can have that, I need 2 minutes. I need to come away from this just to have 2 minutes to myself to become myself again. Because otherwise, yourself will be still there. Think of it frames. Think of a film with different frames, right? So your whole energy, mind, body, spirit, soul, is all in one frame. But suddenly, in that frame, there's lots of other people in that frame too. So your energies are crossing like this. And then suddenly the other people will go into another frame. And your energy goes with them and they go with you. So you need to do cleansing, cord cutting. You need to cleanse. And you can do that in 2 minutes easily, as long as you set the intention. You need those 2 minutes. You come away. You imagine a golden light or a pink hue light. And just imagine yourself there and a magical pair of scissors that just come through and just cut the ribbons around those people that you were with. It's not saying it's not in a horrible way. It just means that your energy, you need to take back your energy, take back your power to have that full power to deal with the next frame. You see what I'm saying now? So I was blessed when I was on Malta, on Gozo, where I was able to have that time and space to be able to grow, evolve, and write 6 or 7 books of research on spirituality. That was my mission. That was my divine path, so that I can then help others. But one thing that I couldn't understand is how come everyone is not waking up? What's going on? Okay, it's about soul contracts, but there are some people that need to wake up. And how come they're not? Because of their workplace, because of where they are. So that's what we need to do. We need to have those 2 minutes. At the same time, being at one with yourself is also, I'm on my own. Even though I live with my soul brother and Teddy, I am on my own on my spiritual journey. Every decision I make, I consult with my inner world, my inner essence, the magic within. If it resonates right, feels right, and my heart expands, I know it's the right decision. So I'm at one with myself. If there's something that's making me feel questioning this, then I don't reject it straight away. I go into it. You have to become your own investigator. You have to find out, why am I feeling this? Is it coming from a place of imposter syndrome? Is it coming from a place of fear, real fear? Or is it coming from a place of, this is totally ego, this is totally not for me? And the more you start to become one with yourself and spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself on an emotional, on a physical, on a spiritual, energy level, then your world will change. No matter if you're working full time or doing this, just you having those 2 minutes, and I mean 2 minutes every 2 or 3 hours or something. Think of a pill. You take a pill to heal the pain, really. It's to mask the pain, really, but to heal the pain. And then when the pain starts again, you take another pill because you need to reactivate that healing again. The same thing is with this. 2 minutes, that's all. As long as you set the intention, you need to cut, cord, do the cleansing and cut the cords. The same thing is, now I got to be careful about this next topic, subject, and that's about sexuality. Sexuality is sacred. When you sleep with someone, you not only sleep with their other partners, which is their other partner's energy. So, for example, if you sleep with someone that's drinking a lot, gambling a lot, then when you are in connecting with each other in a divine union sexually, that energy will be passed on to you. And you'll wonder why you feel heavy. You'll wonder why you have different swings, moods. It's not you. It's from the other person. And what we have to do is honor. So if you do sleep with someone, then you have to make sure you do the cord cleansing straight after. To be honest, it's better to sleep with someone because you feel that love. You feel that trust. You feel that bond. When you sleep with someone just for the lust and pleasure and lust, then that is a low vibration. Because sexuality, sensuality is about co-creation. So when you have the electrical current charging, I think it's called an orgasm, if I may say this, it's sacred. And that is the point of creation. And that is the point where we, as human beings, created beings, our gift is through the sacred orgasm, you manifest all you desire and require in life. Because if children are born into this world through divine union, through sexuality, through the divine orgasm that creates the embryo, creates the miracle, at the same time it manifests. So therefore, it is a manifestation. So that's being at one with yourself, because you are no longer responsible for anybody else. And that is how you manifest greatness, how you work with the Creator to manifest all you desire and require. Because you are in a divine union with your higher consciousness, with the universe, with God, Father, the Mother, with the divine pillar of light, which manifests, which creates So you'll be co-creating with the Creator to manifest. It hasn't, when you do this, it hasn't to be done with lustful thoughts. It's got to be done in the way that you manifest what you want in your life. I know you might find this strange. But if you think of maybe a car you want, or a house you want, or something that you want, your dream or something, you work with the Creator. So that's what, the Kundalini is sacred. And that's what you do. It's co-creating with the Creator and manifesting. And this is the best manifestation, to manifest all you desire and require. Because all you think about during this sacral orgasm is placed upon what you want in your life. Now, you haven't to place someone else's energy or picture or in that, because when it's two people, then it's upon the other person as well, and you cannot control the other person's energy. It's not the soul contract. Our soul contracts are not to control other people. Our soul contracts are so that we have divine union within ourselves on emotional, physical, mental well-being and spiritual. And of course, that includes sensual, sacral desire, the orgasm. This is going to take some time to catch on, but people will, we are in the seventh golden age, and people are going to regard sex as sacred sex. That's what it is, sacred sex. And sacred sex is there for us to co-create with the Creator and manifest all we desire and require in our life, as long as it doesn't involve someone else. However, if you have a partner, you can do sacred sex together, and you can almost co-create together what you wish to manifest and desire. So you bring it forth. You both will be at one, come into divine union in sacred sexual orgasm, and you'll both focus on one thing that you want to bring into both of your lives. This is something that's going to happen. It's going to happen. And more people are going to stop sleeping around, because they're going to find the power within themselves. It's different if you've got a loving partner or a soulmate, or if you're in a karmic soulmate, so be it, that's the contract. But at the end of the day, it's about being at one with yourself. So if you're on your own, so what? Think about how many people, how much love there is out there in the world. Think about all those that do want to have love in the world. Think about love of the nature, love of the animals, love of the crystals, love of the tree kingdom, the flower kingdom, the bird kingdom. Wow, my goodness, the elemental. Wow, there's so much love in this world. It is pouring through. It's really pouring through. So yeah, you're on your own as far as your mission, but you have so much love surrounding. So when people think, oh, I can't be on my own, I've just finished with a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, oh, there's no way, and they hop into bed or they hop next to somebody else, not having that time on their own. Sanctuary is so important these days. Having those 2 minutes 3 times a day, you will get to know yourself. You will become stronger. You will love yourself. Number one, love yourself. Then you can love others and help others. Love, help yourself, and help yourself in the way of an emotional level, on the physical level, the spiritual level. You need to have all of these there before you begin to say you are the answer and be all for everybody else. Because everyone has their own journey. People are going to wake up at different times. And we have to realize that. And we have to have compassion. We have to have understanding. And we have to understand that it won't happen overnight. Some people may get it quick and some people won't. It doesn't matter. They're going to wake up when they want to. But what does matter is just being at one with yourself. Those 2 minutes, 3 times a day, will bring clarity to your life. It will be clear. And you will then go on your mission, and then you will end up going through and facing all your fears, your shadows, the dark night of the soul, as they say. Yeah, there's a lot to go through. But just take each step, little stages. And like I said, I really commend anyone that's waking up in this time, in these times, in these troubling times, in these purification times, because honestly, they really deserve a medal. I was blessed in the way that I woke up on an island. And a lot of other people now are waking up in this turmoil. But it's there for a reason, purification times. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan. I've super enjoyed Talking Heads version for being at one with yourself. I know I've been going around doing this and this and this because I don't have a script. You can find me on MadaleneChan.com, and also you can find me with Dr. Jacqueline on usaglobaltv.com/education, where you will have access to then join the courses about listening, a power of elevated listening to learning to listen to our inner intuition, learning to understand how our heart and our mindset works, learning to face the fears in our life, to become the best versions that we can be, that you can be, to be at one with yourself. Do yourselves a favor. It's cheap. It's really cheap. It's not expensive. You know, you can go to the pub and have a drink. You can go and pay for these courses. They're absolute essential tools in life, especially now. And especially if you're working, doing a full-time job, all this, you need all the help you can receive. Start with the 2 minutes, 3 times a day. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan. Thank you. I will see you next week. Goodbye.